So, unfortunately, God, I hope it's. I'm guessing. I think I know what it is, but let's hear it.
I don't think you're prepared for this. So we live in Helotes, Texas.
Yes.
Okay, it's a tiny little town, but it's in Texas. Yesterday morning, I wake up to go walk my dog, and somebody had put dog poop in my front door.
Wow.
How do you explain that?
Like they're like rubbing
Like
on
the
the door,
bag,
but
like the
okay.
like the bag had been bust open. So I'm thinking, is my kid? But he doesn't walk the dog. I'm the only one that walks the dog. So I mean, it was me, but still, I was like, maybe somehow he went to walk the dog. How do you do that? And that's the second time they put something in our in our front door, like on the front, not on the door, but like in the front door. I don't know.
So on the ground. But,
On the on the
okay.
concrete, just by the door, by the carpet.
Yeah.
I had to sweep it up. I was like, oh my god. One time when my wife and I were still married, they put a condom. They used
Oh,
condom.
wow.
I'm telling you, I said, this is Texas. So I bring that. I start that story. I want to put that story in the background so y'all be thinking about when you have immigrants as neighbors, the things that immigrants go through. You know, the things that immigrants go through is real. Like, do you know that there's something called immigrant suicide? You know that immigrants have a high rate of suicide? Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
So the show is called The Parent Hour with Dr. Lulu. We're talking about you, the parents. We're talking about your experiences as a parent. One of my experiences was just being an immigrant in America and all the tiny little microaggressions. Somebody called the police on my kids during the lockdown while they were exercising in the neighborhood, and the police came and followed them home. Like little things like that. Like it could have ended
So
differently.
I have to
mean,
ask, is your neighborhood predominantly white, Anglo?
hello,
I'm just
si,
asking.
senor. So he's so Helotes, Texas is
I mean, I would guess so. I've never.
is as white as it gets. In my neighborhood, which is gated community, we're like one of like 3 or 4 black families. That's it. That's it. And the reason we moved to San Antonio, the school is technically in San Antonio, but we found the house on the other side of 1604, which just happens to be zoned as Helotes. But you know what? Helotes, San Antonio, honey, it's the same thing. The same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I don't know who does that. I don't know why anybody want to do that, but it happens. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, when my dad used to tell the stories that when he was on his own as a teenager
Mm.
and out and about, and he traveled a lot, and he saw racism firsthand. He was literally told, "Get out of this bar, you spit."
Oh my
He was
goodness!
thrown out of bars and restaurants.
At least they didn't beat him up
No, well,
because they could have also beat him up.
he almost got into some fights, but yeah, he would tell the stories.
Oh my goodness! So but just going back to the person that told me to go back to your country was not. She was a cleaner. She said we're taking our jobs. No,
I don't understand.
I'm
I'll
not
never
taking your
understand-
job, people.
I'll never understand anyone who lives in America saying, "Go back to your country." We all came.
Okay, okay.
We all came from another country.
Needless to say, another thing that they say is, "Oh, you have an accent." Everybody has an accent. Only God that doesn't have an accent.
Unless you're Native American, so that you were here before.
All right, well there you go. Then that's sacred. Those are sacred
by
people.
The way, my brothers and stuff did the ancestry thing, and we are Aztec, which kind of
You look it though.
which I kind of knew.
You've
from
got that
Boston.
very exotic.
Yeah.
The face is different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
you look it.
I've
I'm not
known
surprised to
because
hear. That.
we've had pictures of my great grandmother, and she's sitting on a porch, and you could just tell, and it was just confirmed.
Oh wow, awesome! So your kids get to go to college for free, right?
I would hope so.
No. For if you have like one drop of
Oh,
Indian.
we're like 52%.
Well, let me say something. My eldest child went to Stanford with another kid who had, I think it was like 0.8%.
Oh, wow.
They got full scholarship to go to Stanford because of that. So you better make sure you look into it, honey. I'm not kidding. So the show is called The Parent Hour. My name is Dr. Lulu. It's my radio show, brand new radio show.
Yes, third weekend.
Yes, third week, and we're so excited. It's going to be every single Saturday at 8 a.m. in the morning because you know what? We can. So tell your friends about us. We talk to parents on this show. We share their stories. We share their trials and tribulations and wins and all of that, right?
Yes.
So we're talking about me practicing in the state of South Carolina and how that was. I think ultimately, I think what I'm going to say is it was good because I spent 13 years.
Wow.
The only reason I left the Carolinas was because I got divorced. I would have stayed forever. And sometimes when you get divorced, you just feel disconnected. And so I just didn't feel like I belonged there anymore. And then I joined the Air Force and I asked for a warm place where I can teach medical students, and they said San Antonio.
So
That's what
let's
happened.
go back. So,
I know, right?
So you served in the military.
Yes.
So that's amazing to me because again, for someone to tell you go back where you came from, that person probably never served yet wants to tell you what to do when you served our country. That just blows my mind.
Everything blows my mind. The way people treat immigrants, like if I walk into the room, I'm just a regular black woman. When I open my mouth, it's like, oh, you're a foreign black woman, but you're still a black woman. So it's like you're below.
Yeah.
I don't know the pet.
When I first met you at that political rally.
Yes.
And your voice, I thought it was exotic. I thought it was beautiful.
I
love accents. Nigerian, Puerto Rican, just French. I love the accent. To me, it's beautiful, and I loved it. So, and we've gotten along ever since then.
Yes, it's been fun. I did my gritando.
We did a grito. What
Grito. I thought it was gritando. I don't know.
Cinco de Mayo.
It was the Democratic somebody.
It was around the Cinco de Mayo maybe or something. There was something.
Cinco de Mayo, that's May. No, it couldn't have been that. I think it was in the fall.
I don't remember what we were.
It was in the fall. They were doing the grito or something, and I was like,
we're doing a grito contest.
Grito contest, and I was like,
here comes the Nigerian.
The Nigerian, yes.
She did great. So.
Yes, and we've been friends ever since. So, I think ultimately, once I got settled in this Heat Springs, South Carolina, which is redneck country, okay? They fly their flags everywhere. Every house has, not every house, but majority of the homes have their little flag. What's the flag? What's the flag of the people that fought?
The Dixie flag?
No. Let's see back. I'll remember it's like at midnight. The flag. Somebody tell me what the flag is.
What color?
The flag. No, it's American. The people that fought against the Union or whatever. What's the flag? Oh my God. But anyway.
The Confederate.
Confederate. Yes. Thank you. That one. So they fly their flags. Somebody said Confederate. Yes. Jennifer, thank you. So Confederate flag everywhere. They don't play everywhere. But you know what? I came to do something, and I went from one patient, like I said, to 6,000 patients. And when I left the town, we had a party, and there was a whole, like, it was in all the papers, and they were like, oh, and she's going to serve the country, or like, I'm coming to join the Air Force. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. So I'm really thankful that America has helped me live my dreams, wildest dreams, wilder than I would never have thought that I will. I mean, half of the things I'm doing now, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know if I would have done it in Nigeria. It would have been different. But one of the things my kids were like, Mom, why did you marry Dad? Because, he was very abusive. I was like, I would have never had y'all. Yeah. They forget that,
right.
I would have never had y'all. They're like, well, you didn't have. Said, listen, I needed to marry him so I can have y'all. Yeah, so it is what it is. But yeah. So.
Yes, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
So, let's go back to your story. So, real quick. So, you said you served in the military. You served in the.
I was an Air Force officer. Actually, okay, that's a good story to tell.
Yes.
So I am leaving. So my ex-husband is gone, and we're divorced, and I tell the kids, I said, I don't want to stay in the Carolinas anymore. It just wasn't home to me anymore. So you know what we did? It was Martin Luther King weekend. And my middle son, the same one that called about the car last week, my middle son says, Mom, I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I want to do. And they were like, well, he said, but Grandpa was in the Air Force, right? Can you join the Air Force? I was like, I I don't know, sure. So I was like, okay, you call the Air Force, you call the Army, you call the Marines, and I'll look up the Navy. Like literally, that's what I did. Yeah, to look at the age.
Okay.
What is the upper age to join? The Marines was out, the Navy was out, the Army was like indefinite, and then the Air Force was 42. It was January. I was 41.
Oh wow.
I was going to be 42 in March. So I needed to join the Air Force that day.
Pronto.
Like, so we called, and then we got the recruiter. He was like, okay, I'm in the airport. Is Martin Luther King weekend. I'm going to call you when I get back from my vacation. And the rest is history. So I came in as what they call a direct accession. I came in as a high major. And then when I took my oath, I became a lieutenant colonel. So I literally came in as a lieutenant colonel, and I didn't know anything because I was a diva. Okay, I was like, what? Hey, they said, "Oh man, you're gonna be the commander." I said, "No, I'm not."
So how does that happen? Is it because of your schooling?
Because I had 21 years. Good question. Because I had 21 years I had 22 years at that point of medical school, of being a doctor, excuse me. So they give you credit if you've had 21 years or more. You come in as a major, minimum. But I came in as a lieutenant colonel because I've also had my own business and I'm a physician. So I don't know, maybe 21 years as a plumber, might not get that. I don't know what they do, but I was a physician. And then she actually still here in San Antonio. I have to find her. She was my recruiting colonel. She was a full bird, and she brought me in. She was like, I said, I want to go to San Antonio. I didn't say San Antonio. I said, I want to go to a place that is warm, and I want to be able to teach. As long as I can teach medical students, I want to go there. So that's kind of what happened. So yeah. Wow. Yeah. So that's how I came to San Antonio.
That's a great story.
Yes. And so we're going to listen to some more Afrobeat because, yes. So if you don't know yet, the show is called The Parent Hour with Dr. Lulu. Bienvenido. Thank you so much for listening to us. Tell someone about us. Okay, that's how we're going to get more people to listen every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Yes.
All right, we'll be back. Enjoy this great music on KLMO Tejano 98.9 FM, the Audi 92.1. We are San Antonio.
We are. Yay! Hey, Jen.
Almost gonna say, man, y'all did 3 shows.
Yeah, he'll go crazy, right?
This wasn't hard. I kind of knew how to do it.
Yeah, but you have to let them, if they want to feel valid, what's the word, relevant, is that the word? You have to let them.
All right, let's get the last
Hey, Kenny.
show.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, we talked about everything, and then you...
Well, I mean, we can come all the way to San Antonio because now we're in San Antonio, right? So now we can talk about.
Did you have a practice here?
I
Okay.
did had a practice. I worked for Community Care. I worked with the Air Force.
Let's
I
talk
worked with
about
Little
that way, because
Spurs,
they're
and
listeners.
then I speak about LGBT. Then we can end on that note, and that's kind of today. Yeah,
That's
perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
So that way, because a lot of listeners are in San Antonio, they'll be like, wow, she actually practiced here.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. KLMO Tejano 90.9 FM, the all-new 92.1. We are San Antonio, and we're back with the Parent Hour with Dr. Lulu.
Yes.
That was some more great music, by the way. Love that music.
Y'all, let us know if you listen to Afrobeat. Let us know your favorite Afrobeat songs, and we'll play them on the air. Actually, I want to do that with my guests. I want them to tell me their favorite music, and then we'll play maybe one song from like when they were teenagers or something. Because I identify with the 80s, like Madonna,
Okay.
Holiday, Culture Club,
Yeah.
Duran.
That was a great decade.
Yes, that was a great decade. Oh my God, we had Shaka Khan,
Yes.
come from the 70s. We had Madonna was the queen. We had Off the Wall was the 80s.
Yes.
Okay, the real Michael Jackson.
Yep.
Yes, it was good. good decade.
Yeah,
for
back
music.
when there was no cell phones and all that, you would play outside with your friends.
Yes.
You would drink from the water hose.
You had a Walkman.
You had a Walkman.
You had a Walkman. If you had a Walkman, send me an email on coach@dr-lulu.com. Let me know your stories about your Walkman. Oh my goodness, I might even find a Walkman and send it to you.
You know, you can still find them.
You can still find them like
They're
at the.
kinda pricey.
I was gonna say they're expensive. You know what my middle son, his brand new habit is records, long playing records. He has LPs. I'm like, what are you doing?
My daughter.
What are you doing?
Who's just turned 17. She bought a little record player.
Yes.
Started buying albums too.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and they're like $40.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? You're a student. You do not buy LPs for $40. Who do you think you are? But whatever. But yeah, I'm happy. So we're back with the parent hour, the last quarter for this hour. Thank you so much for joining us. So we're already in San Antonio with my story, which is amazing, right? So what you want to know? What do you want to know?
So tell us about getting to San Antonio, and then did you practice here? Because I think people in San Antonio want to know.
Yes.
You know, hopefully, maybe we have some listeners who maybe have been to your practice.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. So I did practice here. I came with the Air Force. I practiced. And people always ask me, so were you a pilot or do you fly planes? No, I was a pediatrician in the Air Force. People ask me that all the time. So did you fly planes? No, I was a pediatrician. And we took care of the children. Yes.
People have children.
Yes, yes. It's so funny. Yeah, they have children too. But everybody's
and
like,
those
so
children need to be
they
taken
need
care of,
to get their shots and everything else. So we had that. So I worked, I did the Air Force, I did my 4 years, and I actually did what they call the Air War College. And I passed my Air War College, and I was ready to become a full bird. Do you know that? I was going to be a full bird. And if you do a full bird, like if you retire as a full bird, you get 75% of your retirement. So it's really, really good. But then my eldest was going to college. I was like, I don't want to stay here. My baby's going to California. I want to go to California. So I did my 4 years and I got out. My dad, who was a retired 2-star general, was like, I cannot believe you're leaving the Air Force. I was like, I am. You know, my dad actually came to my graduation at Maxwell because I was commander. I commanded the fleet. My dad was the proudest moment of his life. So I was in a ceremonial things happening. They come in there. My dad said, do you see my stomach? Do you see my stomach?
The uniform didn't fit that anymore.
It's not going to happen. So, but yeah, my dad came to my graduation at Maxwell Air Force Base, and I was commander. And I said, about haste! Yes! That was good. So that was fun. My waist was a 25. My waist was 25 inches at Maxwell Air Force Base. Because you work out.
Yes.
You work out. And they have to check your waist, and they have to, measure, they check your measurements.
Wow.
It's probably like 35 now, but it was 25 then. It happened. So there's that, and then I practiced with the Air Force, and I practiced with Little Spurs, then I practiced with the Little Spurs Urgent Care, Community Care, those two. And then I had my first kid who was 7 years old who tried to hang himself.
Wow.
And I was like, what? ¿Qué pasa?
7 years old.
7 years old, twice.
Wow.
And I was like, what's going on? So that's when I said, let me reevaluate this practice medicine. I was already like at 25, 27 years. I was like, okay, let me reevaluate this. I may not be cut out to do this. I already lost one kid to suicide when I was in private practice. Then I lost my friend to suicide, which is what gave my second baby, came early. And then there was this little kiddo, 7. And I was like, wait, and I wrote my first article then. And it went semi-viral. I was like, people want to know this pediatrician who's leaving.
Roughly what year was that?
2015, man.
So not too long ago.
2015. And then there's a political, I think she's a congresswoman here in Texas, congresswoman, medical journal. She saw the article and she asked them to find me, and they wanted me to get, and I had to go and testify. So I testified on House Bill 10 because of that article. She said she wanted me to come and testify because House Bill 10 is to give more funds and more research and more funding to mental health in children and minorities. Do you know that the House Bill did not pass?
Oh, wow.
It did not pass. It did not pass.
That's a shame.
But yeah. So I've been around the world and I've been around now. I've done a thing or two. I've been famous, so I did do that, and then I like doing that. I enjoyed it. I was like,
So-
I like speaking. I think I want to be a speaker.
You do engagements, right? Speaking engagements. And other things. So tell us a little bit about that.
I agitate, is what I like to say. I agitate the government.
That's always fun.
I agitate. The current sitting governor of Texas is. I'm going for him if I can, because
I think a lot of people are.
Yeah, I know, because he's trying to say that my child who is transgender doesn't exist, and that me supporting my child is something illegal, and I should go to jail. We're gonna have a chit chat about that.
Yeah, we're going to be talking a lot about the LGBT community, and we invite you, if you are LGBT community involved in any kind of way to help the community, you're definitely welcome to the show. So just give us a call. And let's give them that information once again, Dr. Lulu. Where can they reach out to you so we can get them on the show?
So dr-lulu.com is my website. Okay, my email is coach@dr-lulu.com. My phone number is 802-768-1180. And across all of my social media platforms, I go by Dr. Lulu Talk Radio. Dr. Lulu Talk Radio. DRLULU Talk Radio. Send me a DM, send me an email, call me if you need some.
Yeah, and if you are and have not come out and you need someone to talk to, call Dr. Lulu.
Actually, that's a good one. That's a good one, because I have a TED Talk that's coming up, my second TED Talk. And my next book actually is also going to address the issue of the phrase coming out. I want to be the one to remove that entirely, because when you look at the phrase coming out, and I'm glad we're talking about this, most people come out of a toxic environment. They come out of a bad relationship. They come out of poverty. They come out of, alcoholism. They come out of depression. People who are LGBT, they're not coming out of anything. They're already who they are. So I want us to change that mindset, change that perspective. I want
what should we call it?
Exactly. I'm glad you asked. Inviting in.
Oh, I see.
So I want the world, if you create a safe space, your child will invite you into their world. And have you met a gay man before, a gay black man before? Can they fit in the closet? They're larger than life.
I wondered where you were going with that.
Yes, they are larger than life. And so they invite in, and yes, Jennifer said that. Jennifer said inviting you in, yes. Welcome, Hypnotic. So they're inviting you into their world, because you have made them look at you and say you are safe. So we're going to talk a lot about, in the month of June, we're going to talk a lot about safety and just safe spaces. And, coming out versus sharing. My elder says, Mom, just say sharing, which is also good. I just don't want to say sharing. I like invited in. But sharing is another one to say. Okay. That the child feels safe enough to share with you that, oh, by the way, I'm queer. So, yeah.
Yeah, so, that happened to me a couple of years ago.
Oh, yes, that's true.
My daughter came in, and my wife, and
I want to hear it.
She sat me down at the kitchen table, and I knew something was up. I kind of already
suspected. Almost all parents suspect. I just wanted to put that out there.
And I already had it in the back of my mind. So when we sat down, I figured that's what that conversation was going to be about. And so she just kind of told me that, and I said, well, I can't remember exact words. I think my words were something like, I can't make you something you're not. You're going to be who you are, and you're going to love who you love. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And the relief in her face.
Yes.
And my wife's face. They literally almost cried.
Wow.
I just looked at them like, what did you want me to tell you?
I know, what were you expecting? But you know what? You are a Latino, man.
Yes, so I think they expected me to be upset and
yes,
mad and start cussing and throwing things around.
Throw her out.
But this all goes back to my upbringing.
What experience? Yes.
I was not told I'm loved or accepted. My mom did, but my dad didn't. So I sat there and I had to tell myself, you can't react like that. That's your kid. You love her and you're going to raise her, and no matter what, you're going to love her. So that's what I told her.
I love it.
Everything was great, and everything's been great.
I'm here for all of it, and I have met her. She's beautiful. I don't know what her pronouns are. Are they she, her? Do you know her pronouns? So you're getting some love here. So what we're doing is we're going to become parent allies, is what we are. We become parent allies. And actually, I have a whole I've already bought the domain name for hashtag Parent Ally because we have a T-shirt that's coming up that we have Parent Ally at the back of the T-shirt. I want people to become Parent Allies. That's what we're gonna do. We have a conference that we're planning for October. It's gonna be live and in person here in San Antonio, so all the parents can come. We have a smaller version of it in June. The first weekend of June, we're going to have a small one here in San Antonio for people to come, just for parents to come and just get to know each other and share their experiences and kind of share with each other. So if you're a parent of a queer child, please holler at me because I want you to come to the event. We already have a venue and everything. We have everything ready.
I'm glad you said that. So what about parents who are not accepting that child? Are they invited? Can we talk to them? Do you have something you can kind of help them through or help them understand? What kind of advice would you give?
I'm so glad you said that because I actually happen to have two things right now that the parents can do. Number one, they can join my Parents of Queer support group. We meet every Monday at 6 p.m. Central. It's virtual, so you can join from anywhere, okay? But it's 6 p.m. Central because the teacher has to be able to come to the class, right? So it's 6 p.m. Central, that's one. But also I have an online course called Becoming the Parent Your Child Needs.
Okay.
Becoming the Parent Your Queer Child Needs. And you can get that at www.uchennaume.com, which is my first name and my last name. So we're going to spell that for you. But yes, so we're going to talk about all that. I'm so excited because you can actually go and have an online course that has videos and modules and for you to become the parent your child needs. Not you wanting your child to become the child that you want.
Right.
It's you becoming the parent that your child needs. Because, you can't pray it away. You cannot cuss it away.
To me, it's all about just loving and supporting.
Yes, and more importantly, affirming. I'm so excited. I know we've come to the end of the show. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, we did it.
Wrapping up our third show, once again, the Parent Hour with Dr. Lulu. Again, give us that information where they can reach out to you.
So you can find me across all social media, Dr. Lulu Talk Radio, DRLULU Talk Radio, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on my YouTube channel. I changed the name last night.
Yes.
And on TikTok. I'm going to try to get my Twitter. I will, I promise you. And then you can call me 802-768-1180. Like literally call me. Okay? And then you can email me, coach@dr-lulu.com. I am a life coach for parents. I haven't even talked about that yet, but you know what? I'm a life coach and I work specifically with parents of queer kids. So I'm so excited that we got to this point because next month, June, we're going to be talking to queer folk and how y'all can help each other. Oh my God, I'm here for all of it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening and thanks for joining us. We are KLMO, Alamo Tejano 98.9 FM and the all-new 92.1. We are San Antonio. Have a great rest of your day. Take care and God bless.
God bless you. Bye. And we did it. Adam, we did it. Oh my God. We did it. Yes. That's Adam. Oh my goodness. So that was my first 3 episodes in the bank. Yes. Hey, Jen. How are ya? Jennifer says, hi, Adam.
Hello.
Oh, Jennifer. That was my first 3 episodes in the bank because I'm going to be going to Corpus Christi. Congratulations. Thank you, girl. You need to make me my my merch. We need to get that Etsy store open because we're going to be famous now. Yes, we're going to be famous. So did you hear me? I changed my YouTube to Dr. Lulu Talk Radio. So I'm ready to go. So tell the people in the group. Tell them that I'm ready. Tell the people that I'm ready. I don't know what to tell you about those. Were you making the book? Was it the bookmarks? Tell them that my radio show is ready. We're starting this weekend. I'm going to send you all the things. It's 98.9. How can people listen on the app, Adam?
They have to download the app.
They have to download the app. What's the app called?
It's KLMO.
I need to download the app myself. So that, yeah.
It looks like this.
Oh, she's going to share about the radio show. Oh my God, I'm going to be famous. Oh, of course it's purple. Oh, how do they listen?
You open the app and then it's going to play right there.
Really? For real? So I can send it to my dad?
Yeah, when it's playing, you see, this is what's playing right now.
Yes, we share the group. Tell them I am so excited. Today's like the happiest day of my life, honey. Yes, it is. So this is the radio station. It's called Tejano. I love Tejano so much. So it's KLMO Tejano 98.9. K Alamo. Yes, this is my radio station. This is the studio, y'all. Shit got real. Yes. Familia and Musica since 1989. And I'm the first black person since 1989. And I'm the first black person. Y'all, I am breaking sound barriers, okay? I'm the queen of firsts. Yes, since 1989.
What's that?
And I'm the first black person.
Yes.
Yes! This is Adam.
Hello, how you doing? Adam Mays right here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Don't he look like Rumpelstiltskin? Like a little man. All right, Adam, let's go.
Yes.
Es Noche. That's the station, KLMNO. Oh, Jen, thank you so much for joining. Yes, fellow parent ally. Yes, you're a fellow parent ally. Yes. Jen is a super mom. She actually, you know what Jen does? She actually, when parents kick them out, Jen.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
she takes them in?
yeah, she takes them in. Jen, I'm talking
gonna
junk
have her
about you. Well, no, she lives in Jen. Where did she live? She lives like in West Virginia or something.
Oh,
but she
wow.
can join us virtual.
do it, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have Jen on the show for sure. All right, Jen. Adam just said you could come on the show as long as you pay your money. But yes, you can come on the show. Why not? Get your business out there. All right, folks. I cannot drive and talk on the phone. Oh, Adam, I can't believe we did it. Are you going to tell Homer?
I'm gonna tell him. Yeah,
Tell
I'll call
him.
him tomorrow. Here,
He's going to
push
be so
that.
happy. Push it.
Let-
Is it alarm?
No, there. I will call him in the morning and let him know what we did,
Yes.
and I'll send him all those songs.
Yes. And make sure he does the New York one.
Oh yeah. Send me that one though.
New York. Oh, I have it. Okay. I'll
Yeah, send me the New York one.
Okay.
So
I'll
make sure I
send
give him the right.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, good night.
All right.
That
Bye,
was
y'all. Oh, she lives in Virginia. Yeah, she lives in Virginia. All right, people. I cannot drive and talk on the TikTok. So, bye, everybody. It is night, but I did it. I just recorded my first 3 episodes of my radio show. It's happening, y'all. I am already famous as far as I'm concerned. And we told my story from the beginning till the present. And we pulled it off in 3 episodes. So I'll see y'all soon. Bye.